The soft glow of the evening sun bathed the room, providing such an aesthetic look to it. Jungkook sat there on his bed. In his arms, he cradled their precious newborn, a tiny life that had just joined their worlds. Jungkook's usually stern facade softened as he gazed at the tiny bundle in his arms, a small smile gracing his lips. Jungkook, he has these round cheeks like yours, he whispered, his voice carrying a rare tenderness. Ryan, still recovering from the delivery, looked up at him with a mixture of exhaustion and pure love. Jungkook, despite his strict exterior, had transformed into a gentle caretaker. His eyes reflected the awe and responsibility that came with fatherhood. The little baby was just born previous night. It was his first day in his home. The way his father's eyes never moved off him once said a million words. He was going to spoil the little one, love him so much that the world might question that amount of love. Ryan, his eyes are like yours. He hardly opened them, but they reminded me of you right there. Jungkook smiled and placed the baby down very gently, as if his rough hands might break the little one. He moved over to Ryan's side, taking a seat beside her figure, which laid on bed to take some rest. He stroked her hair and held her hand. Jungkook, how are you feeling? Ryan, recovering. I feel so tired, and it pains a lot everywhere. Jungkook, you have physiotherapy sessions daily, and I am here for you. He brought her hand up to his lips, kissing it once, then hid it in between his two strong palms. Jungkook, you're really strong, Ryan. Men get all the credit for nothing. Thank you so much for giving me this blessing. I love you so much. It might be hurting, it might be painful, but with him by her side, she knew she was going to recover. He was beside her throughout the whole 9 months, took care of her, handled her mood swings, her cramps, her cravings, the painful nights, and the annoying mornings. He was with her through everything, and just because of that, she never realized when such long time passed by. And now they had their blessing in their arms. Their family was complete now. The very first 2 days, Jungkook spent beside her the whole time, never leaving to his office, nor leaving her side except for when the therapist came for his sessions. Jungkook took care of the baby boy as well, also staying up nights every time the little one woke up. He could sometimes leave the room with the baby when he starts crying so Ryan wouldn't wake up. He really wanted her to heal and feel better all over again. They decided the baby's name as well, Jihoon. It was their mutual decision, but originally Ryan's idea. It was another morning when Ryan forcefully sent Jungkook office after he received a call for an important meeting. He promised to return earlier. Her mother-in-law, a woman accustomed to power and control, entered the room with a calculating gaze that shifted quickly to adoration upon seeing the baby. Ryan was expecting her to make a visit in these days anyways. Jungkook's mom. Oh, what a precious little one. She cooed, her eyes fixed on the infant. Vine sat up in respect for her and let her admire the baby. She was a strict woman. Jungkook and her hardly got along. Every time they met or talked, it was either for business or about business. Nothing more than that. Vine maintained a distance as well. If her husband was maintaining it, then how was she able to get comfortable? The atmosphere shifted abruptly when her mother in law's face darkened. Unseen by Vine, a shadow of envy crossed her features as she remembered her own daughter, Sana, who faced the cruel reality of infertility. Jungkook's mom, you have been blessed with such a beautiful child, she said, her voice tinged with both admiration and longing. Vine, sensing a change in the air, held the baby protectively. Just as Vine was about to speak, her mother in law's tone became commanding. Jungkook's mom, give the baby to Sana. She deserves to experience the joy of motherhood. The abrupt demand hung in the air, the weight of familial expectations pressing down on Vine. It was too shocking for her. It took her some minutes to confirm if what she heard was real. Vine, but this is our child, Jungkook and mine. Jungkook's mom. Think about it. Sana needs this child. It's for the family. Vine, what are you even talking about? Please stop this. This is my child, and I'm never giving him to anyone. The room, once filled with the innocent coos of the baby, now echoed with tension. Vine felt a growing lump in her throat as the realization sank in. The elder intended to take the baby away. The bond she had formed in those precious hours threatened to be shattered. A tear welled up in Vian's eyes as she clutched the baby tighter. There was no way this was happening. She would fight till her last breath before giving her baby away. Vian, I can't just give away our child. It's not that simple. Her mother in law's expressions hardened, devoid of sympathy. Jungkook's mom, you'll understand when you think about the family's future. It's for the best. She got up and tried to take Jihoon from Vian's arms. Vian, Jungkook will never allow that. Stay away from me. She yelled, all of her emotional pain suddenly turning into anger. The woman before her was losing her respect in her eyes. Vine genuinely cared about Sana, but giving her child was out of the box. No one dare touch her child. Jungkook's mom, oh, I'll handle him myself. And how dare you, girl? How dare you reject me? Do you know who I am? Vine, get away from me, I said. She got off the bed, rushing out of the room, holding Jihoon tightly, who got alerted of the danger and started crying in her arms. She ignored the pain that shoot up her legs. Her body was trembling, half out of fear, half out of anger. She wished she wouldn't do something wrong out of this state of her. His mother followed behind, but Vine rushed out, planning to get in car and drive away to her husband. She knew he would protect them. Before she could run out, she saw Jungkook returning from office. His calm composure instantly getting alerted, seeing his wife in that condition, running outside bare feet, holding Jihoon tightly, while the guards remained on their positions, doing absolutely nothing to help. He sped up to Vine and held her, giving her his support. Jungkook, what happened? Before she could reply, or he could ask further, they saw his mother descending the stairs. Vine, she wants me to give Jihoon to your sister. Jungkook, he's our child. How can I give him away? Jungkook's mom, I have made my decision, and this is final, she commanded, her voice holding the authority she held in that household. Jungkook was quiet, quieter than he was supposed to be. It messed with her anxiety. She trusted him with closed eyes, but when it came to her son, the whole situation messed with her. She slowly took a step away from him at his silence. It started to creep her up, her hold getting protective around Jihoon even more. Jungkook, Wine, we need to talk. To be continued.